I told you guys last week that I talked about it Wednesday. The Bills and Chiefs, this game kind of has a lot riding on it. Only really from the Bills' point of view. Because I was talking about how, Buffalo, with their division, the New England Patriots, they're not pushovers anymore. You have actual competition in your division. So you have to put together some good games. And you got to win some good games. And you kind of got to get this stigma like, oh, we can beat Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs because you're not been able to do it in the postseason. But honestly, while I watched this game, did this outcome give me more confidence in the Bills? I got to be honest. I feel like that game yesterday changed nothing about my stance with the Bills and the Chiefs. At all. Look, we've seen this happen 5 times already. Okay? The Bills have now won 5 straight games against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs in the regular season. And I said it last week, and I'm going to say it again. And I was saying it while I was retweeting and seeing Twitter. Everybody was glazing the Bills and the win. I was like, look, dude, talk to me in the postseason. That's what Josh Allen and them have to overcome. We know Josh Allen and the Bills can win in the regular season. We've seen it for the past 4 years. I get it. And you've been able to beat the Chiefs at Arrowhead and at home. But at Arrowhead or at home, Patrick Mahomes' company beats you. They've done it 4 times. You've done it 0. And also Josh Allen, Joe Burrow has beat you. At Highland Park. Highsmith Park, whatever. I think it's Highsmith Park. So watching this game, I got nothing from it. I mean, the Chiefs did not play well. And and this is why I got to give the Bills credit, though. Just got to give them credit because I even talked about it with the keys to win for the Bills last week. I was sitting here like, dude, you really don't have that outside threat at the receiver position. Your game plan has to be, we're going to run the ball, run it through James Cook, play and try and play good defense. I didn't say pass rush wise because I didn't think they would be able to rush the passer as well as they did yesterday. Because they got to Mahomes yesterday. I think this is the first time in a while I've actually seen Mahomes since like the Super Bowl last year against the Eagles. I was sitting there like, dude, Mahomes is taking a beating. Like, he is getting hit a lot. That is something that jumped out to me yesterday. I mean, it felt like Mahomes got hit a lot. Because Mahomes yesterday, he was 15 for 34. I mean, that is absolutely terrible. That's like 46% passing completion percentage. He threw for 250 yards, no touchdowns, and he threw a pick. Mahomes was not good yesterday, and that pick that he did throw, it was pretty bad. But this is a recipe that the Bills can use, and this is the recipe that can be done to beat the Chiefs. Because we've seen it before. The Chiefs, when they're not able to run the football, they didn't have Pacheco yesterday. But if they're not able to run the football, they can be had. That is something that Patrick Mahomes and company have been able to do when they've been winning all these Super Bowls the last couple of years. They have a complementary run game. They play complementary offense. They play complementary football, period. Defense, offense, special teams. Everything's, except Harrison Butker, he has the hiccups here and there. But everything, most of the time when the thick gets thin in the playoffs, everything's pretty much spot on. But yesterday, they were not able to run the ball pretty well. And when you had Patrick Mahomes to have to drop back to pass because they couldn't particularly run the football very well. And granted, Kareem Hunt, he averaged 4.5 yards a carry. But it felt like Mahomes and company were behind the sticks a lot. They really didn't have much short yardage situations where you could just give it to Kareem Hunt and get the first down. Because Kareem Hunt's longest run was 13 yards. So if you take that away, really didn't do much. The Bills were able to pressure Mahomes. They were able to play through James Cook. James Cook had 27 carries, 114 yards. He was able to run the football. He ran for 114 yards. And Josh Allen, he threw the ball only 26 times, and he only had 3 incompletions. 1 touchdown, no picks. 123 passer rating. That's the recipe for success for the Bills. If you're going to want to beat the Chiefs, play physical, run the football, be able to run play action, throw to your tight ends, and get to the quarterback. I was absolutely, that is something that shocked me the most, how much they were able to get a pass rush. Ed Oliver's not there. Matt Milano weren't either. Joey Bosa looked like he just resurged yesterday. Like he was in that backfield a lot, and I was shocked. I don't know if that's an indictment against the Chiefs O-line, because I think Josh Simmons is still not currently there, and that's where most of the pressure was coming from, was the left tackle. The most of the pressure were coming from the tackle positions. But man, that is something that if the Bills can play defense this way, and their rookie came back last week, that Harrison kid, he actually got him an interception. So they got help in the back end, which is something that I've said previously that is a problem for them, and that's where their question mark is at in the back end in Buffalo. But they were able to play pretty good coverage yesterday. Receiving wise, nobody really went crazy. Rashee Rice had 80 yards. Hollywood Brown, they gave up some pretty deep balls, specifically that 4th and 17 or whatever that they gave up to Rashee Rice. That was absolutely horrible. Rashee Rice was absolutely wide open. But outside of that, they covered pretty well. They got off the field on 4th down. They made plays. They got to the quarterback. They got a pass rush. That is like something that the Bills are like, thank you, Lord. Because that pass rush is something I didn't think they had consistently. I didn't think they could consistently do that without Ed Oliver and Matt Milano in the lineup. And they were able to do it yesterday. Now, one of their pass rushers tore his Achilles, sadly. But the Bills, I can't say I'm more confident in them. I'm just as confident as I already was. I feel like if they play their A game, they could give the Chiefs a run for their money. But I said going into this game, I want to see how they win this game. And they need to win this way. And they won that way by running the football, playing physical, and getting to the quarterback. And not allowing the Chiefs to run the ball. Now, from the Chiefs' point of view, I know the score and the stats don't say this, but I really think Mahomes was able to still make some pretty big plays yesterday. Even though, they didn't complete some 4th downs. He completed the big 4th and 17. He made a couple of big throws. He had the one throw that he made to Travis Kelce between like 4 people on 1 3rd down. That was a big conversion on their own side of the field. And at the end of the day, it was still a 21-28 game. It was a 1-touchdown game. So it's not like the Buffalo Bills beat the doors off of the Chiefs, which it felt like, honestly. I thought something was on my feet. That felt weird. But and really watching this game, it kind of felt like the Bills were just beating the brakes off of the Chiefs, but the score didn't really reflect that. And that's kind of very interesting. But if I'm the Chiefs, I'm not panicking. I still think the Chiefs can be good. If you would ask me, I probably would still pick the Chiefs in the playoffs right now. But this is a good recipe for the Bills. And that's pretty much my takeaway from this game. It was a great game. And my prediction was pretty good. It was actually pretty right. So I think the Bills are going to make the playoffs. They still have a shot to run that division because I don't think the Patriots looked very well yesterday. Played very well against the Falcons. Even though the Falcons are a streaky team. But the Chiefs are going to be fine as well. They're in a really, really stacked division. They just didn't play great football yesterday, but I trust and believe in Patrick Mahomes. And I trust and believe in Andy Reid. The offense, they can play better than what they did. They are going to protect better than they did. And defensively, they played pretty well. They gave the Chiefs a chance. They did. So that was my takeaway from that game.